Hi, everyone. I'm Dan McTeague. I'm President Canadians for Affordable Energy. Thanks for joining in today. I just want to talk on a little topic that doesn't get a lot of attention, and it may for some seem like it's only about Ontario. But I think it's important to understand that we have a provincial government with a big mandate that is largely won to a large extent on the fact that it was going to oppose green projects and green movements and green initiatives, mostly because the province is incurring $6.7 billion a year with the green experimentation of the predecessors they defeated going back to 2010, the so called Green Energy Act. But here we have the Ford government now saying through its Minister Smith of Environment, that maybe we should stop producing or at least reconsider the idea of natural gas plants to back up ever increasing demand for hydro and other products that we need in the province. Turns out that the IESO, the authority that looks into and is the expert really on the matter of what would happen if we got rid of natural gas plants, found that we would definitely go towards blackouts. We would see investments likely leave the province, and the cost to consumers over $100 a month to your bill. Now, I don't know about you, but we can talk a lot about climate, but we're not talking about the climate of Ontarians and Canadians when it comes to affordability. And I think increasingly politicians who are elected on one platform trying to reinvent another in order to perhaps buy some kind of unknown objective support from a constituency that would never support them. In this case, green grifters, the ones that have been pushing these kind of renewables that are not reliable, that do not respond to the bulk demands and needs of our society, much less manufacturing, which drives the Ontario economy. It seems to me that the Ford government has gone off the rails a little bit. One hopes that they took the IESO's recommendations or findings and takes them to heart. I note that they have decided to wisely restart or at least attempt to rebuild and refurbish parts of the Pickering nuclear facility, which was in my old federal riding. I think that's a very smart move. I see this move at the Darlington-Clarington facility, nuclear facility, to build out, small modular reactors, the new technology that can be deployed just about everywhere. I think those hold promise. But investing in wind farms, investing in solar panels, much of which don't last very long, are only reliable, as we all know, when the wind is blowing or when there's actually some sun out. Relying on those to somehow displace the needs of our modern civilized economy is frankly ridiculous. And those like Jack Gibbons over at the Ontario Clean Alliance who are pushing this nonsense failed to mention that 10 years ago, those organizations were the ones that actually demanded the Ontario government build, wait for it, more natural gas plants. Whatever the agenda of the Ford government, one hopes that at the end of the day, they come to their senses, as they seem to be these days in Europe.